Now, the patient is a 39-year-old, 182 centimeter, 80 kilogram male. At approximately 2100 on 5'2", he was riding forward with his staff to inspect an enemy position. In a friendly fire incident, his staff were mistaken for enemy cavalry and fired upon by sentries at a range of approximately 30 meters. After his mount fled with him for approximately 50 meters, he was able to regain control of his horse. His aides quickly followed, and the patient stated that he'd been hit by a bullet between his left elbow and shoulder. He then complained of syncope and profuse hemorrhaging from the wound site. Now, the patient initially tried to ambulate off the field, but due to weakness caused by blood loss, he was placed on a litter. And during the evacuation, one of the personnel assisting with the litter dropped it from approximately 1.5 meters, causing the patient to fall on his left side and vocalize pain. This also led to a further exacerbation of the hemorrhaging. Now, upon reaching the field hospital, Corps Medical Director Hunter Holmes McGuire examined the patient, noting 1 bullet wound in the right palm and 2 in the left arm. 1 bullet shattered the left upper humerus 3 inches below the shoulder joint, and it damaged the brachial artery. Complications included hypovolemia and tenderness of the left torso caused by the fall from the litter. And the patient was given an unknown amount of ethanol during the examination. 5 hours post-trauma, the patient's hypovolemia symptoms had stabilized adequately enough to attempt surgery. Dr. McGuire performed an amputation encircling the left upper humerus and a bullet removal from the right hand. Surgery proceeded without complications and minimal blood loss. 7 hours post-surgery, the patient complained of continued pain on the torso caused by the fall. Upon examination, Dr. McGuire revealed that the skin in the area was free from lacerations and contusions, and that lung sounds were normal. Now, 24 hours post-op, most pain had resolved, and the patient was resting comfortably. 48 hours post-surgery, Dr. McGuire changed the patient's dressing and noted that the wound was healing well, showing signs of extensive granulation. At this point, the patient was complaining of mild symptoms of upper respiratory infection, which he'd also complained of 1 day prior to the injury. During the morning of the 4th postoperative day, at approximately 0200, the patient woke complaining of nausea, intense right side pain, and severe dyspnea. McGuire was again called for, and he diagnosed the patient with right-sided pleuropneumonia and medicated the patient with morphine. Despite this, the patient continued to experience fever, restlessness, and occasional delirium. On the 5th postoperative day, the patient's dyspnea improved slightly, but he still complained of chest pain and weakness. However, dressing changes indicated that his amputation site was healing without any sort of complication. On the 6th postoperative day, the patient's condition declined, with a noted increase in fever, agitation, and a marked deterioration of mental status. On the 7th postoperative day, the patient fell into a comatose state and succumbed to his injuries that afternoon, Sunday, May 10, 1863. Now, death was probably due to pneumonia following a blunt force thoracic injury. The compression of the chest structure caused by the fall from the litter led to mechanical tearing of the pulmonary tissue, which triggered an inflammatory response, and this then led to alveolar edema, dysfunction of surfactants, and possibly pulmonary emboli. Extensive pulmonary inflammation made it difficult for the lungs to clear the passage of bacteria, which led to sepsis syndrome secondary to pulmonary infection. Now, such traumatic pneumonia, as it was called during the Civil War, was often a medical mystery as it presented without rib fractures or any external signs of trauma, yet it carried a mortality rate as high as 85%. Other possible causes for the patient's demise included post-surgical atelectasis due to surgery and anesthesia. However, collapse of the lungs is rare in orthopedic procedures, even at the time. In general, sepsis can also be ruled out as a cause of death, as the patient's wound site showed no major signs of skin or soft tissue infection from the time of the injury to the time of death. In short, the evidence indicates that one of the most gifted soldiers of the American Civil War died as a result of being dropped from a stretcher. Now, this week's game is the Grand Chancellorsville option of Hooker and Lee, and these were published by SPI Games as part of the Blue and Gray 2 quad game in 1975. Now, interestingly, it was Richard Berg's first published game, and as a refresher, the SPI quad games were 4 moderate-sized games that followed the same basic rule set and were packaged and sold together. Now, the Grand Chancellorsville option is an optional scenario that builds on the Chancellorsville quad game, which was titled Hooker and Lee. And it combines the Fredericksburg and Hooker and Lee quad maps together to encompass more of the Chancellorsville campaign of 1863. And it follows the same standard blue and gray rules, and if you're not familiar with those, then check out my Shiloh video, which covers the basics of the game. Now, it does have a different setup than Hooker and Lee, which is detailed in the rules. Now note that in the setup instructions, an H before the hex number indicates that the unit is placed on the Hooker and Lee map, and an F indicates that it's placed on the Fredericksburg map. And there's also a number of changes to the rules, as well as additional rules that I'll cover here. Now in the Fredericksburg map, all creek hex sides except the canal are considered ford hex sides, and they can be crossed for 1 additional movement point. In addition, the river ferry hexes cost 2 movement points to enter instead of 3, and units can end their movement in these hexes and attack out of them, but only into the adjacent entry and exit hexes. Now, attacking and defending from a ferry hex is at 1/2 strength. And finally, artillery can't bombard out of these hexes. Now, units defending behind the redoubts still triple their defense factor, and movement across pontoon bridges is still 1 movement point per hex. Now, the game lasts for 20 turns, with turns 1, 6, 11, and 16 being night turns. And during these turns, units can move, but they can't move into enemy zones of control, and all combat is suspended. Now, the Confederate player always goes first every turn. However, in game turn 1, the Confederate turn is skipped entirely, and only the Union player gets to move their units. Remember, game turn 1 is a night turn. Now, all reinforcements enter the map in column formation, with the first unit paying 1 movement point to enter, while the second pays 2, and so on. And reinforcements can enter enemy zones of control, but they can't enter enemy occupied spaces. Now, most importantly in this game, only 1 Union unit can stack on a hex at the end of movement. However, 2 Confederate units can stack in the same hex at the end of movement. Also, both units can make strategic movements to cover more ground. For the first 5 turns, Union units north of the Rappahannock can move at twice their movement allowance. Now, they can't end movement next to enemy units, nor can this movement include movement across ferries or bridges. And on game turns 2 and 3, Confederate units can do the same thing anywhere on the map. But like the Union units, they can't end their movement next to enemy units. Now finally, cavalry units can use this double strategic movement for the entire game. Now the Confederate player cannot voluntarily exit units from the map. However, the Union player can, but only through hex F2501. And for every Union strength point that exits through this hex, the Union player receives 1 victory point. Now, in order to get this victory point, the hex has to have a clear Union line of communications to any point north of the river. And this path can be of any length, but it can't pass through a hex occupied by a Confederate unit or a Confederate zone of control. Now, at the end of the game, victory points are also awarded for occupation of the following hexes. Hex F2401 is worth 25 victory points. Hex F1326 is worth 5. Hex F0825 is worth 5. Hex F2027 is worth 5. Hex H0328 is worth 5. And finally, Hex H1928 is worth 15. And both players also get 2 victory points for every enemy strength point that they eliminate. All right, this is Grand Chancellorsville, one of Berg's first games. And pretty big map board here. Let me pop out so you guys can see it all in its entirety. Let's put it in by width. There you can see it goes quite a ways. It's got 2 maps. It's got the Hooker and Lee map and then the Fredericksburg map together. So we'll pop back in here. Confederate units are going to be up on the heights above Fredericksburg. They're going to start there. And then there's a few units out here as far as Wilderness Church and kind of halfway between. We've got a few units up watching over the Well, I said I do have 1 unit watching over the Rappahannock here, so we're going to have to change that. Union are bunched up clear off the east edge of the map with a few scattered all out, and we're going to bring some Unions in here pretty quick. They're all going to come up in this corner, and I've got them waiting up there. So, but that won't be until, well, I guess that's first turn those come in. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, strategic movement for the first 5 turns for the Union, and they get to do that as long as they stay north of the Rappahannock. So the plan's going to be, I kind of want to take this little corner down here, and I think I will try to move some units through here to get them across the ferry. So we can do that. And in this game, they can move, I think, at half strength. They can fight from the ferry. That's both defense and offense. So let's go ahead and we're going to move this guy here. and 12. I don't know whether zone of control doesn't move into that. Let me see. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He doesn't have enough to move there. So this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He could get there. 12. Well, I don't know. Night turns, is this going to be... That's the question is zone of control. I'm just going to say he can't. So, and then we'll move this guy here. So, and these, again, these guys are using strategic movement. They can double their movement to 12. Okay, over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and there we go. Those guys. Down here, I think we'll try to take out this isolated unit here if we can. 4, 5. And that's all the further he can move. Now once they get past the river, they have no strategic movement, so we've got to remember that. Whoops, got a video I was watching there. Summerween music. Okay, and then, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to count strategic movement as just half a point to move hex to hex when they're on the road like that. So that'll keep it easy. And I'll be rounding. So I think I want to try to get through up here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or that would be 5 and 6. I guess that's how we'll count it. We'll go here, 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 and then 1. We'll cut 1, 2. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. I guess 5. I guess that'll count there. I think this is a Simonson map, and he kind of messed up on the roads on this. I think the spaghetti network of roads means you kind of get some weird relations with the hexes, but that's okay. I think it could have been done a little better job, but okay. And then we're going to go 1, 1.5. We'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go there instead, yeah. Okay, then we need to bring on these guys. I think this is Hooker's units, and they come in column form. So essentially, they're going to have to. The first one gets to go full movement. The second one goes second full, and so on. I really want to try. I probably ought to put a few more units in on the east side. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that guy went 6, so this guy gets to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy gets to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guy's going to go 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, close enough. The other thing is I always have to remember there are subtle differences between the Napoleon at Waterloo system and this system as far as terrain, and I always have to kind of try to remember that. So hopefully I'm getting it right. I'm sure someone will say, hey, why did you do this? It's because, well, I just forgot. Just dumb habit. Okay, this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5 and 4. And we need a marker. Where's my control marker? There we go. There we go. We can change that. Put that there. Okay. That is the Union turn. Now, again, the Confederacy went first and they didn't get a turn, so they get to go second. And we go to game turn 2. And as the Confederate player, I've played this, I think this is the 6th time I've played it. I've learned the lesson is, unlike the real battle, which I kind of assume was going on out here, the Confederate player is vastly outnumbered, and so you're going to have to use, Robert E. Lee is going to have to use terrain to his advantage. And really, the best terrain I can use in this game is right through here. At least it'll keep me from just getting creamed. So if I can kind of set up a position using this rough terrain here and the redoubts, I can hopefully the Union will just batter themselves to pieces. So not really worry. That's the only place I'd really worry about a Union breakthroughs right there. And I need to put a control marker down there. So we can change that. This is a control marker right here. Okay, because that's one of the points that they need. Right now, the big thing is going to be to get everybody repositioned. I can bring in this stack here. Again, they're coming in a column right down in this corner. But first of all, let's get everybody repositioned here as much as possible. I could try to pick somebody off here with 6. Don't think I've got enough guys. That'd be 3, 4, 5. I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try to take out this guy right here. Well, it's tempting, but that'd be 5, 10, 16, a 1 to 2 odds. And looking at my combat results table, I'd have a 1/3 chance of taking that guy out. Man, I'd rather get 50-50. So we're not going to do that. We're going to move this guy here. And this guy here. I think I want him here to just kind of protect that flank for now. Now, I need to, this guy's going to skedaddle back. Actually, he is going, oh, I've got strategic movement. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, he'll go here. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he can go there. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna take that position there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He'll go there. And then these guys, I want to see who I want to come in first here. Really, these 5s probably are my toughest guys, so I want them to come in first, and we're going to go, and they're going to be able to go 12. So we're going to go, or 6 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll make him go here, and him go here. Let's see, that was 10. Okay, these guys could go 9. Actually, this guy could go 12. He could go 10 and then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where he could go. And then this guy would go here. Now we can go 7. And we'll put 2 there. And then 6, 2 there. We'll put 5, 2 there. Four here. 1, 2, 3 here. 2 here, and then 1 there, I guess. So there we go. They'll have a lot better mobility the second turn. Okay, anybody in range of fire? No. Oh, these guys. I forgot about them. And we're going to make a... We'll just go back here. Okay. I might go there. I could slow the Union advance eventually, but I'm not going to waste my guys. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. So that means we go to the Union turn of turn 2. And I think as a Union player, I'm going to try to... We're going to go here, and we'll put this guy here, and this guy here, and then here, and then he's going to go here. Now streams don't, I don't think in this particular, we can count them as creeks or streams, so I guess they don't have the streams on this, but if they do in the other rules, and they don't think they affect combat at all, so I'm going to go ahead and check that. Hold on just a second here. Okay, I had to check. I mentioned this in the rules up above when I did the rules section, but basically this guy here is going to be fighting a cross deep run at a half strength, but other than that, it only cost 1, so it's not like the Fredericksburg rules that are a lot more tough on the players. Let's pop in here a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. Okay, so he's going to attack here. We've got these guys going through here. 2, 3, 4 will come here. And then this guy's going to be able to move 6. I think we'll move towards the middle here. Here's where it gets kind of tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I don't think bridges cost anything on movement. No, okay. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy's going to go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll move him in here. Now I'm going to try to slip by these guys over here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll follow right there. Here. Okay. Okay, everybody down here's pretty much done their thing. North of the river, don't think I've got a lot of... I'll probably move him into position here, and then we're going to go move him into position here and here, and then this guy's going to slide down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I assume you can leave that hex. I don't remember whether you could leave that hex that way or not, but I think it's just entering the hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, because we can still use that strategic movement, I think, for this turn, and then that's it for that. But that's not going to make much difference. Over here we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These guys take forever. You can see how this looks kind of crazy when you, because of the way the hexes are arranged. And then I've got some of these guys, and they all come in over here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Okay, I think that's the Union movement. Got another cat. I got 2 cats that bother me while I'm trying to do these. I think they think that when I'm talking to the microphone like this, they think that I'm talking to them, which makes them excited. Okay, we'll start right here with this unit here, and we've got a 15 to 5, but redoubts are tripled, I want to say. And it's not included on this terrain effects chart. Okay, we'll go to here. Redoubts, defender tripled. Okay. So 1-to-1 odds, we roll a 3, and 1-to-1 with a 3 is a defender retreat, so he's going to move back, and we will definitely want to move into this hex. Give us some breathing room. Okay, up here, nothing. Let's go over here. Now, this guy's going to be at half, so that's going to be at 6, 8, and he's at 8 to 9. So 1-to-2 odds with a 2 is a defender retreat. Well, that's not bad. So we'll move him here, and we will move into that hex. Okay. Over here, I've got a 8, 10 to 3, 3-to-1 odds with a 1. That's a defender eliminated, so this guy is the first fatality of the battle. And we will move into that hex. Didn't get this guy a chance to move in, so now I don't think there's anybody else over here that's gonna do any firing down here. Okay, 19 to 5, but this guy's going to be halved because this counts as a ford, so 8 to 5, 1-to-1 odds with a 6 as an attacker retreat. So we'll move him back. Actually, I can move him here, and I'm going to move him here. here, because the Confederate can actually move this guy. Okay, over here I've got, now this guy, he's moving around the redoubt, so we can go 2, 8, 20, 25, 31 to 4. So that's going to be 6 to 1 odds, which pretty much will take him out of commission. I think no matter with a 3, yeah. But he would have retreated on a 4 or 5 and an exchange on a 6. So, and we will move into that position. Okay, anybody else? That guy's done it. That guy, we've done that combat. Done that combat. Everybody's gone. Okay, that's it for the Union. Okay, turn 3. Confederates gonna go. Move this here. Now this is the last turn that the Confederate will be able to use that strategic movement. Well, right here I'd be attacking at 1 to 4 odds, which would be eliminating him. So not going to do me much good. Here I'm going to probably have to try to fight back. I really don't have anybody else that's going to be able to help me out there. So we're going to move this guy first here into the position there. Going to move this guy into position here, and this guy into position here. This guy's going to go. Well, I shouldn't have. Can't slip around him. Okay. We can move up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's, they can move. Yeah, as long as they can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, the strategic movement, he wouldn't be able to move into the hex. Okay, now these guys have got to hightail it as north as quickly as possible. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He'd be 2 behind. 12 and 12. And then one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'll help there. Okay. Up here, we're trying to just keep things together. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And I should change these, but I'm not going to in case this goes back a little bit. I don't remember now if you can attack. I'm going to say with the ferries, whether that's, I don't remember whether you can. Let's just check on the ferries here. Whether the ferries are actually can serve. Here we go. All creek hex sites, all ferry may be entered at a cost of 2. Additionally, zones of control, they can't bombard. I don't know. It just seems like a retreat through a ferry would not be right. So I'm going to say this guy can't go back this way. That just doesn't feel right to me. So let's go ahead and resolve that. So we've got a 4 and 9 is going to be 1 to 1 odds with a 4. Well, it's not going to matter anyway because they got knocked back. Okay, these guys, this guy can fire. We've got 7 to 17. Might as well. With a 3, that's 1 to 3 odds with a 3, so nothing there. Could have potentially moved that guy back, which would have been good. Okay, here we have an 8 to 8, 1 to 1 odds. But this guy's in rough terrain, so I'm going to say 1 to 2 odds. 1 to 2 with a 5. Attack or retreat. And both these guys. And then this guy can move into the redoubt. Okay. Here we've got a 5, 10, 15 to 19, 1 to 2 with a 4 is an attack or retreat. And whoa, I'm not going to move. I think I'll stay put there because if I move into that, then I can be encircled. So don't really want to do that too bad. Okay, these guys. Let's see. 2 to 12, 1 to 6 odds. Can't really do anything here. Nothing there, nothing there. Okay. Anything else I'm missing? This is such a big map that there's always part of the thing I'm missing. Okay. I think that counts as the Confederate move. Now we'll do the Union move. We might as well move these guys first. Nobody's coming in this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. He'll cross over. He'll come here and here, and then 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Here I want to move this guy here. We'll move the 17 here. This is kind of a problem. I guess he's just going to have to stay put. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no. I'm going to go across the run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. This guy, pop down here, and we'll pop here, and there we go. Okay, everybody's moved here. I forgot what I did with that. Oh well. I think it was on Tiger Retreat, so. Okay, I think all the Union troops have moved. Let's start right here. And we've got 8 and 19 to 30. So that's going to be 1 to 2 odds, right? I think that's 1 to 2 with a 6. Oh gosh, attacker eliminated. Okay, that was a failure. So this guy's gone and this guy's gone. Luckily, these guys, because they're not there, they don't take that result. Okay, here I've got a 19 and a 12, so 31 to 10, so 3 to 1 odds because he's fighting on the round. So 3 to 1 with a 4. Defender retreat, so that takes him out. And I'll move into position here. Okay, moving on up. 16 to 3, 5 to 1 odds with a 3. Defender retreat. We'll move him here and move this guy in place. And then here we've got 27 to 5, 5 to 1 odds. With a 1 is a defender eliminated. Yeah. Okay, down here, 17 to 7, but that's 17 to 21, 1 to 2 odds with a 6. Attacker eliminated. Ouch. Okay, this is reliving Fredericksburg here. 17 to 18, 1 to 2 with a 2. Defender retreat. We'll retreat him here, and we'll move in place there. And then over here, oh, I can't fire with that guy because it's through the woods. So I'm going to have 4 to 1 odds with a 5. Is an exchange. Oh, God, we just saw. So this guy's gone, and Wofford is gone. We basically just saw the Union Army collapse this turn. And then down here, we can't do the 14, but we've got to fight both these guys. So it's going to be 14 to, come on, 9, 13. So 1 to 1 odds. 1 to 1 with a 5 is an attacker retreat. There's the only place he can really go. And we will keep him hemmed in there. Oh, only one of these guys can go in. Not that it makes a difference. In the next turn, you can just simply move him in place, but that's okay. Yeah, somebody pointed that out. I was playing this wrong on these advances after combat. Only 1 unit. If you have 2 units stacked, only 1 can actually advance. The other one has to stay put. I did not know that through most of these. I've played almost all of these games now and made videos and have done it wrong in each one. So, okay, anybody else? I don't think. And I think that ends Union strategic or Confederate strategic movements. So let's go. Okay, we can go to next turn. Next turn, Union's going to bring in these guys here, and I'm going to put them up here just to keep them. So hopefully I don't forget them. Okay, Confederates get to go, and again, we're trying to reposition here. Well, I think we're going to take an opportunity to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy is going to draw off fire here. And then we're going to move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We'll move here and here. And then I'm going to say he's going to be able to fire down that. Okay. Now, moving other guys into place here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this guy will move into here. Okay. And then all I've got left over here is, where'd those guys go? Oh, there they are. That guy's going to move 1, 2, 3 here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those guys will move there. Okay. We're going to have 9 and 4. So 1 to 1 odds. Oh, this guy's got to fight against here. Let's go with these. We'll start with these two. So 9 to 2, 4 to 1 odds with a 2. 4 to 1 with the 2 is a defender retreat. So we'll move him in place there. Don't think I'll move into that little guy. And then 4 to 12, 1 to 3 odds with a 1 is a defender retreat. Okay, he moved in. Oh, wait, hold on. This guy would be doubled, 24. So 4 to 24 would be your 1 to 5 odds. And I rolled a 1, and that'd be an attacker retreat. So he moves. We'll move him here. Okay. Got to remember that. Okay, up here, I'm going to have a 7 and a 5. And like I said, I think he can fire down here. You just can't fire through those hexes. And you're not really firing through that hex, you're firing on the side. So, let's see, 5 and 7, 12 and 6 is going to be 20 to 17. So 1 to 1 odds with a 1, and that's going to, he can't go anywhere, so he's gone. Man, bad rolls for the Union. And he will move into position here. Okay, over here I've got a 3, 13, 18 to 16, so 1 to 1 odds with a 3 is going to be a defender retreat. We'll move him down here. Nope, move him, he has to move there. And we'll move into position there. Okay, down here. I think we'll start with these two against that 12. So, actually, I'm going to start with a 5 and the 2. So I'm going to use 7 to 12 or 1 to 2 odds, and I get a 4. That's an attacker retreat, and he'll move back here, and he'll move back here, and he might as well stay put there. Okay, then I'm going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 1 to 1 odds with the 2, and that's good. Yeah, that's how you do it. So we'll move into position there. Okay, here I've got 10, 14 to 6, so 2 to 1 odds with the 6 and attacker retreat. Okay. Don't think I'll move into anything there. Okay, so the left flank of the Union just kind of dissolved there. And this was turn 4. Oh, yeah, this is turn 4. Or was this turn 5? This was turn 5. I forgot to move the turn. I think it's turn 5. Yeah, we'll say it is, yeah. Because, yeah, that guy, I'm kind of, no, that was turn 4. I'm sorry, turn 4. Because these guys get to come in, so, okay. Union. Ooh. I think what we're going to have to do is rush over here and try to eliminate these guys. Really, we can't let these guys get to any sort of protected... Well, I'm in a pretty protected spot here. Going to move over here. And we're going to move... I'm going to move here. This guy will move into place here. And then these guys are going to have to move over here somewhere. Keep them together. Okay, those guys are there. These guys have moved here. This guy, I'm going to hold on, I can do this. Ha! There you go. That was dumb on the... 6. He's in a good position here, so he can back out. And then over here, he battled, so we are going to he should be one ahead. And again, these around in here, these roads get a little bit tricky. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we just follow the conga line here. I guess I could go ahead and make those control markers. I'll just change that out. To reflect the position. Let's see, these guys are stuck, so okay, now I'm going to go ahead and fire. Oh, I've got to go against all of these guys. First of all, let's see if we can relieve him here. So we're going to go 5, 11, 2 to 1 odds with a 3, so that's going to push him back, and we'll push him back here. Now, 12 to 5, 15, 1 to 2 odds with a 5 is going to be an attacker retreat. Moving here, and he's going to move in here. Okay. Up here, we've got a 19 and 8 to 3. Let's see, the 19 to 3, that gives me the 6 to 1, I think. So, got the 6 to 1 odds with a 4 is a defender retreat, so we can move him back. I'll move into position here. And then I have an 8 and a 16, so 24 to 10. 2 to 1 odds with a 1. Defender retreat. Can push down here and here. And we will move this 8 into place here. Actually, I'll move the 16 into place here. Okay, up here, 16 to 7, 2 to 1 odds with a 1. Moves him back. We will move into position there. And then over here at Banks Ford, 14 to 5, 2 to 1 odds with a 6. Is an attacker retreat, and we'll take that hill. Okay, everybody's done over here. Check all of our battles. Yeah, I think the first 4 or 5 times I played this, I didn't like it. It's grown on me a little bit. It's a little more tense than I thought. It can get kind of swingy, but that's okay. Okay, Confederates get to go. I think we'll just mop up this group over here for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Moving those guys into place. And then here. stay put there, and okay. Oh, this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I forgot about him last turn. Well, that wasn't very good. Okay. So let's start here. Probably want these 3 against him. We'll have these 3 against him, and then these 3 against him. So we'll start here with the, let's start with the 5, 10, 15 to 12, 1-to-1 odds with a 5. Okay, attack or retreat. Put him here. Okay, then we've got 5, 10, 12 to 6, 2-to-1 odds with a 6, another attack or retreat. And then we've got a 5, 10, 14 to 5, 2-to-1 odds with a 2. That's a defender retreat, so he can move there and we can move there. Okay. We basically just shifted the battle over a little bit. Okay, up here, I'm going to fire with this. We're going to go here with 8 to 7, 1-to-1 odds with a 3. That's going to push him back. And then we're going to go 3, 13, and 7 is 20 to 16, 1-to-1 odds with a 5, pushes these guys back. I'll stay put. And then 19 to 10, 1-to-1 odds with a 1. That's going to put him here. And again, we'll stay put. Okay, over here we've got 11 and 7 is going to be, so 1-to-1 odds with a 4. Pushes this guy back and this guy back. Actually, we'll put him here. And down here I've got 2-to-1 odds with a 3. Pushes him back, and we will keep pushing the point. And then down here I've got a 9 to 12, 1-to-2 odds with a 4, so that's going to push him back. Okay, Union move. I think this guy's coming in back up here too. If I remember right, all the reinforcements come through there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. He's going to move. Can't move this guy. I think it's time to move there. And those guys can't move. Okay. So I think I've got everybody moved here. So let's start down here. I've got a 5 and 6 is a 10, 11 to 5. So 1-to-1 odds with 5. Attacker retreats. Can't go there. He can go there. And he has to go. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. He's eliminated. Okay. And yeah, we'll move into that position. Here I've got a 12 to 5, but it's actually 6 to 5. So 1-to-1 with a 5. Attacker retreats. And again, that's the end of him. Okay, over here I'm attacking with a 7 to 8, so 1-to-2 odds. 1-to-2 with a 6 is an attacker. 1-to-2 with a 6 is an attacker eliminated, so he's gone. This is going to be a fast game. Here I've got an 8 to 1-to-3 odds with a 2. Attacker retreats. That's the only place he can go. Here I've got a 16 to 7. So 2-to-1 odds with a 1. Defender retreats. Move him back. Actually, we'll move him over here. And then here we've got a 19 to 10. 1-to-1 with a 4. Attacker retreats. Put him there, I guess. Okay, up here I've got a 2 and a 16 is an 18 and an 8, 26 to 21. So 1-to-1 odds with a 6 and attacker retreats. Man, if they would have gotten that, they would have destroyed those guys. Okay, over here I've got a 1-to-2 odds with a 5, attacker retreats. Put him there, and we will follow. And then here I've got a 12 to 9, 1-to-1 with a 4. Attacker retreats. And yeah, we'll move again. We're just going back and forth. Okay. That, I think, is the end of the Union movement. And play. Yeah, everybody's gone and done their thing. So we go to a night turn. Start with the Confederacy. Where are we going to go? I think we're going to have to, let's get rid of these. First of all, I think we're going to cut this guy off. So he's here, and okay, he's gone there. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to go we'll keep this guy right here. Six. Can't really move these guys anywhere. And we'll drop one of these guys off here. Okay, over here, I guess we could stack those guys. There's nothing that says we can't stack those two. Okay, that's Confederate movement. Union movement. kind of move into this hex. This guy's pretty good hex, actually. He's in a good spot. These three, I'm going to try to... Actually, we're going to go 1... We're going to come down here. No, we're not. We're going to go here. 1, 1. We're going to go right there. And that's going to be it for this guy. Oh, this guy I'm going to keep in place there. That guy's in place there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These guys eventually will make it. Okay. There's all those guys. Those guys have moved. Those guys have moved. That guy can't go anywhere, so he's pretty much stuck. That guy's stuck. Okay, everybody's stuck. Okay, that's the end of the 9th turn. And we go to turn 7. Confederacy will go, and we're going to first of all take care of this guy. We're going to go here. That guy's there. That guy's there. These guys are going to... Might as well come here and then... 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not in range. Okay, those guys are there. And that's it. Now we still have the bulk of the Union Army coming in, so things are going to change a little bit, but let's just work our way across here. So we have 4 and 5 is 9 to 12, 1 to 2 odds with a 5, and that puts me back. We'll go back to the hilltop there. Here I've got 6 to 1 odds. So we got a 3, 6 to 1 with a 3 is a defender eliminated. Okay. Here I've got a 7 to 2, 3 to 1 odds with a 1. Defender eliminated. Yeah, the rolls have been against the Union in this game quite a bit. Okay, here I've got a 11 and 5, 6. So 1 to 1 odds with a 4. Moves him back, and I'll move into that position. At least then I'm able to defend a little bit. Okay, down here I've got a 10, 17, 25, 35 to 16. So 2 to 1 odds with a 4. Defender, okay, there you go. And move in. Oops, I'll move into that spot. Okay, here I've got a, he's going to be able to fire on this guy. So we've got 3, 7, 11 to 8, 1 to 1 odds with a 4. That's a attacker retreat. And then down here I've got 5, 10, 20, 24 to 5, 4 to 1 odds with a 3. Defender retreats, so he's gone. Let's see, is that everybody? Those guys are all gone? Yeah, okay. Okay, Union's got some tough decisions to make. Let's see. Can't move away from him. Who can I pick off? I think probably need to make some defensive stands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, he can't move it. Move into place there. This guy's stuck there. Defend, defend, defend. He's got to attack down, but I think this guy will stay here defensively. And that guy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then don't know if I'm really keeping these. I could go down there and try to switch that over, but don't think I will quite yet. Okay, Union's pretty much, they're going to fight here 2 to 1 odds with a 1. That moves him back. Here I've got a 12 to 9. That's going to be 1 to 1 odds with a 2, moves him back. And I think I'll just stay put. Let's see, here I've got a 16 to 11, 1 to 1 odds with a 4. That moves me back. We'll move into position there. And that's it for the Union. So we'll move to turn 8. And we get the Confederacy gets some guys finally coming in over here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep this guy here. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Okay, up here. Okay, and then these guys will move. That's 6 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, let's see. We'll move there. And there. And then these guys get to move up into battle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we've got 5 and 7 is 15, so 1-to-1 odds with a 3, so he can go here, he can't go there, can't go here, so he's eliminated. And we'll move into position there. Over here, these guys are going to be 8 and 7 is 15. 25 to 19, but they're doubled, so 1 to 2 odds. 1 to 2 with a 4, back, back, back. Okay. Here I've got, this guy should be gone, 10, 18, 22, 27, 29, 34 to 16. So that's 2-to-1 odds with a 3. That'll eliminate him. That's defender retreat. And then over here, I've got a 11 and 9 is 20 to 16, 1-to-1 with a 2, defender retreat. And we will move into that position. Okay, here come the cavalry. I think that's it for... Well, he's already stuck there. Man, that kind of Salem Church. And there was that part of the battle there, but that was on the last day. We'll go there and there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can make that. And he can make that. Oh, this guy may be finished. Okay, we might try to get these guys, do something about them. And then over here, can I break out in any way? Don't think I can. I could move up here, and even that's not going to help me. That guy's probably better just being on the defensive. This guy's kind of stuck, so let's start with this one here. 16 to 9, 1-to-1 odds with a 4, attacker retreat. And we will move in place there. Down here I've got a 19 and 9, so 28, 32, 44 to 18. So 2-to-1 odds with a 4. 2-to-1 with a 4 is a defender retreat, so these guys are eliminated. And we'll move into position there. Puts its head by 1. And that's going to be it. Now we go to the next turn, turn 9, and this brings in more bring him in here. See what we can do. I think we'll take this position and this position and this position, and we'll just try to keep that as a Confederate position. Over here, this guy can move here, here, and here. here, and 3. So that's 6 points to even get into that hex. Okay. Can't really move there. Now I can move this guy into position here. Actually, move that guy into position, and then this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go in there. Okay, then we'll move this battery into place. 3, 6. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here, so yeah, if Lee can use his mobility, that's what's going to really win the game. Okay, let's put the squeeze on this guy. So we've got 11. Oh wait, hold on, I still got some movement out here. We'll stay put in Wilderness Church, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll go there. Okay, now we can do this little battle here. So we've got 11 and 10 is 21 to 16. I'm going to go with just the 11 and 5. So it's 1-to-1 odds with a 4. So that's an attacker retreat. And then here we're going to go with our 5 and 7 is 12. 21, 31, 36 to 38, right? 19 is 38. So 1-to-2 odds with a 5. AR, boy, if I would have rolled a 6, that would have changed things. So attacker retreats. Okay, buys a little time. Union is going to move now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, their Union positions here. Try to to break out. And in here, 4 to 8, 1 to 2 with a 6. 1 to 2 with the 6 is an attacker eliminated, but since we were firing, that's not going to be anything. Here I've got a 12 to 18, 1 to 2 with a 5. 1 to 2 with a 5 is an attacker retreat. And over here I've got a 16 to 5, 3 to 1 with a 5. 3 to 1 with a 5 is going to be a defender retreat. We'll move him here, move into position here, and then 19 to 5, 3 to 1 with a 3. 3 to 1 with a 3 is going to be a defender retreat. Move him down here. I'm going to stay put there. Actually, that's a pretty good spot to. Well, yeah. Okay, is that all the Union? Oh, I forgot to move these guys. Well, we'll move them. Go ahead and move them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just fair. It's only fair. He'll move into position here and here, and that's going to give us a 12 to 8, 1 to 1 with a 1. Moves him back, and we move into a wilderness church. Okay. And that's it. Okay, then anybody else? This guy, I didn't move him either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's cheating for the Union, but trust me, they need the help, so. Okay, go to the next turn. Confederacy brings in another guy out here. I can bring it in anywhere on the east edge of the map, or I'll bring it in up here. I actually think you can bring him in up here. I'll put him there. Give him something to do. Okay, Confederate move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move into position here, 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 and here. I think I can fire down that because rough terrain doesn't get in the way. Okay. 4, 5, 6, and then wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, those guys have moved. Those guys are staying in place. This guy's going to stay in place. He's kind of doomed, but well, hold on. We'll move in there. I can stack with that guy. I think I may have moved this guy wrong. I think I moved him through a thing. I don't remember. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to go against, we need at least 16. So there's 11 and, wait, 5 and 4? 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Okay. 5 and 6. That's going to be 20 here. 25 to 16. So we're going to say 1 to 1 with a 5. Attacker retreat. And then here I've got, oh, these guys are still in place. Okay, then here I've got a 10, 20, 28, and 7, 35, 40. So 2 to 1 odds. 2 to 1 with a 1 will, he doesn't have anywhere to go, so he's gone. Okay, and then we'll move one guy. He can move in place there, so that's it. Okay, now the Union player will go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought this would be a good idea to use this road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here, I forgot the Confederates fight in this battle, so 6 to 10. This is hard to remember, so this would be 6 to 20. 1 to 4 with a 3. Attack retreat, okay. And then we'll just say he stays put. We'll say he stays put, okay. And I forgot to move that guy. That's okay. Okay, now back to the Union. Their fight. Since I forgot those movements, we've got a 12 and a 9 is a 21, and 16 is 37 to 9. So 3 to 1. 3 to 1 with a 1. Well, that'll take care of him. Move into place. Okay, here I've got a 7, 20, 39, 54 to 5. So that's like 10 to 1 odds. We roll a 1. That's a defender eliminated. He moves into place here, and he can go in. Okay. And that ends the Union turn. I don't think the Union has anybody else left. Okay. So we go to turn, skip it over here to 11, and 11's a night turn. We'll start with the Confederates. Keep coming around here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is where things get a little tougher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go with those guys. Okay. Now then, the Union's going to form their line. Oh wait, we got these guys. As always, I forget about these guys. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then think that's going to be it for the Confederates. Okay, now Union moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think anybody else left? I think I'll go. That guy's going to stay put there, so. Kind of try to defend some of the places we've got. I could make a mad rush down here, but I don't think I will. Okay, that's the end of turn. Let's go to our next turn, turn 12. Confederates are going to go, and at this point, we've got to try to make things just as miserable as we can for the Union. I think I'll stay defensive here. You can go there. We'll move a guy there with a zone of control. Then we're going to move into place here, 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 here. Okay. And we'll start with this attack here. Actually, I think I'll start with this attack. And we'll, oh, this is firing, no, he's firing directly. So we can fire with all of these guys against this 12. Actually, we're going to do with all these guys on the north here. So we're going to go with 2, 4, 13, 22, 27, that'll be enough. So these 27, so these guys all through here. So 2 to 1 odds with a 1 will be elimination. Don't think he had anywhere to go. Okay, now here, I'm going to go ahead and attack with this 10 to 16, 1 to 2 with a 4 is a AR, so we'll move him back. He's going to get cut off here pretty easy. Let's just stay put there. And then here we're going to have 11 and 9, so 22 to 1 with a 2, moves him back, and we'll move into position there. Okay. And that will be the Confederate turn. I don't remember if I moved those guys. I don't think I did. That's okay. Okay. Union turn. Let's start over here, and we'll just go right there. We'll come here, and here, and here, 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 and I think I'm going to keep this guy. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. He can go there. We'll do that. Okay, let's start down the line. Let's forget. Can't forget this out here. 10 to 3. 3 to 1 odds with a 5. 3 to 1 with a 5 is going to be a defender retreat, and he can't go anywhere. So these guys are eliminated. This was more just a nuisance battle. Okay. 13-5, 2-1 odds with a 6 is an attacker retreat. Okay. We're going to have to go 16 to, that's 1-1 odds with a 4. 1-1 with a 4 is going to be an attacker retreat, so that's going to eliminate him. And we'll have him move in. Okay, here I've got 9 and 16 and we'll just say 9 and 16 and 4 is going to be 29 to 9. So 3-1 odds with a 2 is going to be a retreat. Okay, here I've got 19 and 3. Let's just go 19 to 4. 4-1 odds with a 1. 4-1 with a 1's a defender eliminated. Move into place here. Now I've got a 3 and a 4 and an 8, so that's going to be 12. 15 to 5, 3-1 with a 1. That's going to eliminate him. Move into place, and then we've got 9 to 4, 2-1 with a 2. That's going to be a retreat. Moving him in there. Okay. So I think that's going to be it for the Union. We go to game turn 13. Confederacy. There, we got it. And then down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Here, 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 and here. Okay. 3, 4, 5, and here. I'm going to move this guy into place there. Okay. And then these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I was keeping those as reserve. Okay. Let's try to eliminate that 13. So I need at least try to get 26. I got 5 and 8. 13, 20, and 30. Let's try that again. 5 and 8 is going to be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, yeah, I'd have to use both of those guys. So 2-1 odds, and we're going to have all 4 of these. 2-1 with a 1 is going to eliminate him. Move into position here. Now I've got these 5, 10 to 9. 1-1 with a 6 is a attacker retreat. Okay, here I'm going to have a I need to get at least 16, so I'm going to go with a 11, and 9 is 20. Don't can get my 32, so we're going to go 1-1 with a 5. That puts him back and him back. Okay, here we're going with a, I'm just going to use these guys, so I'm going to go with a 9 to 19. Yeah, let's attack with these guys first, because this guy's going to get knocked back. I'm going to go with a 5 and 4 is 9, and 9 is 18, 19, 20, 21 to 9, so 2 to 1 odds with a 6 moves these guys back. Yeah, that guy doesn't have to move back, but that guy has to move back. Okay, and then finally here, I've got a 9 to 19, 1 to 3 with a 1. Send him back. Okay. We'll glue those guys down. Okay, and that's going to be it for the Confederates. I don't think there's anything else out here. Nope. Okay. We go with the Union. They're going to have to make a counterattack of some sort. We're going to go here and okay, that's about all those guys can do. Over here, we're going to move there. Oops. Okay, let's start with, at least we can try to win this one here. We got a 9 and a 4, 13. That's 33, 36, 40, 56 to 9. That's going to be let's see, 56 to 9. Boy, my brain is shutting down here. It's getting pretty late. It's like 2 in the morning. 9 times 6. Okay, 6 to 1 odds. 6 to 1 with a 1 as a defender eliminated. Okay, thank you. Okay, and then here I've got 9 to 25. 1 to 3 with a 6 is an attacker eliminated. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's getting pretty late here. This game takes a while to play. And then up here, 8 to 3, 2 to 1 with a 4. Defender retreat. And then here, 9 to 9, 1 to 1 with a 4, attacker retreat. And that's going to end Union turn. And we're going to go with a Confederate turn here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that's where we need to be. Okay, probably want to try to start with this position right here. So we're going to go with our, actually I'm going to start right here. We got 9 to 9, 1 to 1 with a 2, so that's going to push him back. And I think I'll stay in position there. Okay. Here I've got a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and these 16. So these 3 against him, 2 to 1. 2 to 1 with the 6 is an attacker retreat. Okay. Here I've got a 5, 10, 16. So 2, 4, and 5. We're going to go 9 or 5 and 5. We're going to go 10 to 9 here. So 1 to 1 with a 1, and that's going to push him back. And I can't advance with one of these guys. He can advance. Okay. Here we're going to go with a 6 and a 8. That's 14, 21. I think we're just going to have to go with 6, 14, 21 to 16. So 1 to 1 with a 6. That moves him back and him back. Here we're going to go with a 10 to 4, 2 to 1 with a 6. 2 to 1 with a 6 is going to be an attacker retreat. And this wasn't. And then here a 5, 10, 15, 30 to 6. So 6 to 1 odds with a 6. Ooh, 6 is an exchange. So we're going to lose one of these 5s. And we'll lose this guy. And we'll take the hill. Okay. And that ends the Confederate movement, or the Confederate turn. We'll go to the Union turn. Okay. We'll start with this 8 against the 5. So 1 to 1 with a 4 is a attacker retreat. So he can move there. Okay, those guys have been involved. So now we have 16 to 6. We'll make that a 2 to 1 with 1 is going to move him back. And then a 9 to 5, 1 to 1 with a 1. That moves this guy. He doesn't have where to go. He's eliminated. Yeah, the Union's holding on. Okay, here we've got a 9 and 4, 13 to 9, 1 to 1 with a 6 that moves these guys back. And then a 19 to 5, that's 19 to 10, so that's going to be 1 to 1 with a 3, moves him off the hill. 4 to 5, 1 to 2 with a 4, it's an attacker retreat. Okay. And that's it for the Union. I don't think there's anything else. No, those guys were staying put. Okay. Go to the next game turn. Game turn 15. Well, the Union's held on. They're just getting... Okay, I think I can just ignore. I'm not gonna. We'll go back. We'll go here and we'll just see what we do. We got a 1 to 1 odds there. 1 to 1 with a 3 is gonna send him back, and we'll go into Wilderness Church. Okay, over here, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and 9 is going to be 21 to 8, 2 to 1 odds. Let's see, he's got 8. If I can get 16, there's 9, 10, 11, 12, and 4. No, okay. Whoops, that came up. Man, that's annoying. Okay. Okay, so these two can make the attack. So we're going to go 18 to 8 for 2 to 1 odds. 2 to 1 with a 6 moves those guys back. Pretty sure that's, yeah. Okay, here I've got a 3 and a 5 is an 8 to 9. We're going to go 3, 5 against 9, so 1 to 2 odds with a 4 is the attacker back. So he moves back, and then we're going to attack here with a 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, 9, 13. So 1 to 1 odds here. 1 to 1 with a 2 pushes this guy back. He can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, so he's gone. Okay, and then here I've got a 5 to 4, 1 to 1 with a 6, moves this guy back. Oh, that kind of sent a wrench into things. Okay, and then we've got a 25 to 38, so 1 to 2. 1 to 2 with a 5 is going to be an attacker retreat. So yeah, I kind of messed up there. I should have done this attack first, but that's okay. Again, we'll kind of stay put, and it's the Union turn. We're going to go with our 12 to 4 there. Here, I'm going to have to stay put there. Okay. So let's start here. 8 to 3, 2 to 1 odds with a 1. Send him back. Here we've got 9 to 3, 3 to 1 with a 2. Defender retreat, move him back. And then here 4 to 1 to 2 with a 5. That's going to be attacker retreat, so he's going to move back. And then here 9 and 4 is a 13 to 9, 1 to 1 with a 5, another attacker retreat. And then we don't want to forget this down at Wilderness Church. I guess they're reenacting the Battle of the Wilderness. We've got a 10, 12 to 8, 1 to 1 with a 1, and that's going to send him scattering. And we will go into Wilderness Church. Okay, that's the end of turn. Things are pretty much over, but we're at a night turn. I think the Union is going to try to defend down here, there. Oops, well, we'll start with the, I guess the Confederacy gets to go first, so. Okay. Confederacy's going to go here. Not much else I can do. And then the Union, maybe we'll try to hold the line there. Okay. Not much else I can do. Game turn, next game turn. We'll start with the Confederate movement. I think once this 19 gets eliminated, we'll call it. Okay, so let's start over here. 4 to 10, but he's 20, so it's 1 to 5 odds, and he gets a 1, and he is retreated. Okay, so he retreats there, and we're just going to stay put there. Yeah, I'll just stay put there. Okay, here let's start here with this battle, and it's going to be 9 and 9, 18 to 8, 2 to 1 odds with a 5. Defender retreat, and he can't go there, can't go there, can't. So he's gone. And we'll move into position there. Whoops. Okay, over here I've got 2, 4, 9, and 6 is 15 to 9, 1 to 1 with a 5. It's an attacker retreat. Here we've got a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 37 to, wait, hold on. We have to bring one guy in here, so we'll bring in that 4, and that'll give me 1 to 1 odds with a 1. That eliminates him. He makes his final stand on the hill. And then here we've got a 4 to 1 to 1 with a 4, moving him back 1. So, okay, I think that pretty much wraps it up. All we're doing basically now is just him and the Union in and destroying it in kind. So this was turn 18, and I forgot to bring these Union guys in. I guess they could have come in, and they could have tried to fight from here, I guess. We'll see if they do it. So we have a 4 and a 3, 7, but they're halved. So 1 to 1 odds with a 3 sends him back, and we'll say that the Union gets that, but it's really not going to matter. I think the Union has, let's see what we've got here. Look at the Grand Chancellorsville victory conditions. I think we've got the victory conditions down here somewhere. Every Confederate strength point, so it's going to be, yeah, that's, I mean, the Union pretty much was wiped out in force. Let's see, there was one point was where F2401 was worth 25 points. Everything else was worth like 5 points, so F2401, that's, oh, that's this one down here, which was, yeah, that was, or this one down here, right here at that hex. It should have been this hex here. That was worth 25 points. So easily the Lee and the Confederates won that. Now, I have noticed that if you play this, try to play it like the battle itself, Lee has a hard time getting a line together here because usually the Union can sneak behind him. If he tries to put his line together here and fight the Confederates, I mean the Union, he ends up usually losing. I've usually lost to a man. If Lee pretty much uses this area here as a defensive post, he can wear the Union down and then eventually take him. And usually you start this, like this happened, this battle starts down here and then it just kind of moves around. So that's it. But I don't know, it's kind of fun. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would first few playthroughs, but like I say, I've kind of like it now. Anyway, that's what I've got for the week. I appreciate you guys watching, and we will talk to you later. Bye.